Hello, Internet. Mike Bertolini here, and playing Vampire the Masquerade Coteries of New York. Alright, not much to say, just gonna jump right on in. Wait to start with content. Be sure to like, subscribe, ring that bell icon, and let's get going. Alright. Needs a rest. A piece of paper sticking out of your mailbox. It's a computer printout, a note and a screenshot from Google Maps. It reads, "Meet me at the indicated spot tomorrow at 10 p.m. I'll pick you up, and we'll take it from there." No signature. The place marked on the map is the lookout point near Pier 1, just next to the Brooklyn Bridge. You check the phone that Mia passed on to you. No new messages, no missed calls. It's all a bit fishy, but there's only one way to find out who addressed this to you. Looks like tomorrow evening has been planned out for you. You go downstairs as soon as you wake up. More glance at the phone, but no news from Mia. You take the car down to Brooklyn, park on Front Street, and approach the meeting spot cautiously. A figure of about Mia's size is standing there, dressed in an oversized jacket looking out towards Manhattan. As you approach, you hear her muttering something. "It is true. I do not think it's true. If I do not think it's true, then it cannot be true. If it cannot be true, then..." "Hey, are you the one who left the note at my apartment?" The woman turns around. It's not Mia. Whoever it is, you've never seen her before. She looks perfectly plain and unmemorable. "The ink on the paper did the message leave. The ink on the paper did your face here bring." You turn around. 3 men, all of them burly and threatening, approach you. One of them takes the lead. "So, you got the message." "I did. What's now?" Now you come with us. The boss wants to meet you." The boss wants to meet me. Callahan? That's Boss Callahan to you, fuckface. I suggest you get a move on. We've got places to be. The voice of the woman keeps creeping into your consciousness, the litany of gibberish ever present throughout this entire conversation. The man cracks his knuckles. "Or you could do it the hard way." "Yeah, okay. I'll go with you." Smart. He leads you down the pier and onto a motorboat. The engine starts. "Put this on." He points to a cloth sack. One of the guys is holding you down. The woman is still there, whispering to herself. Somehow, you hear her voice clearly in your head. It becomes a nagging suggestion to put the sack over your head. You don't really want to do it, but your hands go through the motions all the same. It takes 15 minutes or so to reach your destination and think. Engine dies down. You're led onshore, and then further, up an incline and through some overgrowth. 10 more minutes of walking, maybe, until a deep voice reaches your ears. "Vincent, my dear boy, why the hood over our guest's face?" "Well, boss, I thought..." No, that will not do. How many times do I have to repeat myself, Vincent? You don't have to think. You have to listen and do what you're told, yes? Yes, boss. Well, take that ridiculous sack off the head, will you? The hood comes off. The owner of the deep voice is a curious sight. Their stomach can only be described as Victorian clothing, the monocle and graying red hair. Is this Callahan? Apologies for Vincent's unacceptable behavior. He can be a little thick sometimes. Isn't that right, Vincent? Yeah, boss. Sometimes. A little. I believe you already know who I am. Your boss, Callahan. Right you are. And I'm guessing you know my role in this city. I represent the Anarch movement, while I'm not quite sure what you represent. I have invited you here to find out. Now, let me make myself perfectly clear. I am disappointed in you. Truly disappointed. I arranged this meeting to allow you to make amends. First, though, I have to make sure you understand what your infraction was. You know why you're here. I can't help but feel like you're dying to tell me. Don't get smart with me. He takes your face in his hands, while Vince holds you in a tight grip. He squeezes hard and looks you deep in the eyes. Talk is the reason you're here. Or that little angry strumpet of his. I'm told. Yes, Mia. Oh, I'd love to get my hands on that gaunt neck and wring it until it breaks. See, I'm a statesman. That's not the prudent thing to do. No, indeed, the prudent thing to do is tolerate both her and that blasted ebony-skinned mentor of hers. You folk call yourself Afro-American, correct? Bah, back in my day we knew what American meant. Sure as hell didn't mean being black. Finished with your disgusting rant? Oh, fledgling, you have no idea what you're messing with. He looks at you with rage in his eyes, and you feel insignificant and vulnerable. An irrational fear takes over you. You cannot speak up against this man again. Just can't. It's too terrifying. Now that I have your full attention, I will request something from you, and you will obey me to the letter. That comes later. First, we'll answer a few questions. The first of which is, who pointed you to Mia? Nobody. It was my idea. Oh, really? And what was your intention behind the meeting? I wanted to contact Torque. I had to go through Mia. Yes. The so-called veteran loves to use petite girls to hide behind, I heard. That would check out. What did you end up discussing? She wanted me to do a favor. To grill a guy named Bruce about his master's name. Oh, is that so? Vincent, do we know this Bruce? I don't know no Bruce, boss. Why am I not surprised, Vincent? I'll investigate this myself. Later. See, that wasn't hard now, was it? Of course, I can't be sure how much of what you told me was true, and how much of it is worth about as much as yesternight's horseshit. But I'll find out. I always do. When I do, we'll have another one of these nice talks. Maybe, just maybe, you'll avoid this upcoming unpleasant episode next time. He gives Vince a sign and the burly man starts hitting you all over. You feel teeth, ribs, and fingers break. Your foot is mangled under Vince's boot, your shoulder's dislocated, your nose wrecked. That's enough, Vincent. Leave them be. He snaps his fingers in front of your face a few times and checks if you can focus on his face. You can, but barely. I am a man of principle. Another night I would perhaps put you in a casket, dip it in concrete and dump it in the Hudson. A favorite of mine during the Roaring Twenties. It's been a while. But, like I mentioned before, I am nothing prudent, so the interests of the city's kindred must come before my own needs and wants. I will therefore let you continue your existence. Here's what I require in return for this boon. You are forbidden to retorque. I'll keep an eye on you, on him. If you want to place the Anarchs, you go through me and only through me. Got it? You have to understand. What I made my associates do to you tonight was just business. We can still work out a mutually beneficial relationship. In fact, it's either that or your final death. Time to go, Vincent. Take the boat back. Leave the fledgling here. I think they have a lot to think about. Sure thing, boss. Pleasure making your acquaintance. Callahan walks away, as do Vince and his band of thugs, lie on the ground for a while longer, feeling the blood slowly putting your body back together, your hunger growing. You hear the beast calling, for sustenance, for safety, for revenge, a distant but pronounced third desire. Not until you mend yourself enough to appear more than a mugging victim than a possibly mangled walking cadaver, you hail a passing taxi and head back to your haven. You give the driver your address and pass out. The darkness greets you. Some time passes, you think. You feel somebody shaking you. You open your eyes. The driver. You think he's asking you if you're all right. His words change to a muffling shout. You go silent. You think he tastes great. As great as a tired, caffeine-pumped taxi driver with high cholesterol can taste. Warm blood pours down your throat and flows into your limbs, mending them. He is growing cold, but you still do not have control. You are still observing, not acting. Your body is not yours. The beast is in charge. Another night you might have resisted. Tonight you are too tired, too frustrated, too weak. The beast keeps drinking. You keep watching it drink with your fangs. The cavity goes limp. You're sated for now. The beast thinks. Takes a small bow and wipes its lips. After you, it mocks. You break away from the man. He's pale. His pulse is almost gone. You quickly lick the wound closed. Pick up his phone, call an ambulance. Get the fuck away from the car, back to your haven. The ambulance's lights keep you dancing in your windows for some minutes after you close the door. You want to know if you killed the man. You can't ask. Too risky. It raised too many questions. You're still not quite mended. You need to rest. You lost 2 battles tonight. One will see a rematch. That much is certain. Callahan is not the kind of man who quits. The other was a battle you decided to forfeit, in a war you can't afford to lose. Not when your very humanity is at stake. You need to do better. Waking up tonight feels different for 2 reasons. For one, you are pleasantly surprised that your body mended it reasonably well while you were resting. It comes with a caveat, though. The hunger you feel is pronounced, like the beast, it's the black dog on the edge of your vision, following you. But what is truly remarkable is waking up to the tune of an old cell phone ringing. An old known number calling the phone you got from Mia. You pick it up. Kept that old thing charged after all, huh? You alright? No, actually, I feel like shit. Look, that's too bad, but I don't really care. I was just being polite. I'm calling with good news. Torg has agreed to meet you. There's a pub in the Bronx, Solids and Stripes. Be there tonight. 2 things. No drinking on the premises, so if you want to grab a snack, do it before setting foot in the borough. And this is exclusively no powers meeting. We'll be rubbing shoulders with the commenters the whole evening. Also, we don't trust you, so keep it casual, or you'll blow it. Anything you'd like to add? Yeah, I met Callahan yesterday. He kicked my ass and forbid me from beating Torque. Not sure I should be there tonight. Silence on the line. Fuck. More silence. I can't promise you any protection on your way there or back, but at the pub you'll be in Torque's domain. For all his posturing, Callahan doesn't have the balls to strike Torque directly. We'll post additional lookouts on watch. That's the best I can do. If Callahan got under your skin, I get it. I was in that spot once or twice too. All I've got to say is, the risk is worth it. If you don't show up tonight, I won't blame you. But it's a one-time offer only. You gotta hedge your bets. Just don't do anything stupid. You meet with us tonight, better be in good faith. She ends the call. First things first, you take the subway to York Street Station, walk to Frontline, retrieve your car, and weigh your options while driving back to your haven. Let's see. Dangerous or not, you have to make the trip to the Bronx and meet with Torque. No detours. Best to just get it over with. Take some basic precautions as you enter Torque's turf. Park a few feet over from where the pub is and walk towards it while keeping an eye out for anyone suspicious. That kindred, for the most part, no different than regular people, makes things complicated, of course. Being followed or watched, it's going to be hard to tell. You reach the pub, shoot a final glance around. Nobody suspicious around as far as you can see, and open the door. The smell of cigarettes is overwhelming. The whole place has an aura about it. Constant fog hanging right under the ceilings. Lethargic fans do nothing to disperse it. Constant crack of billiard balls and clinking of glasses tell you all you need to know about the clientele. Not a very vampiric place at all. You're wondering if you got the address right. You apparently did. He is here. He must need you over to one of the few tables around. So you made it. Anyone follow you? Not that I know of. Fair enough. Before I introduce you, there's some outstanding business to discuss. You didn't prove very helpful at the bar. Carol, the bartender, mentioned that you made an effort, but as you can imagine, there's plenty of licks who use feminine pronouns in this city. Still, take whatever I can get. Well, thanks for that, I guess. Come on, folks, right here. You walk towards one of the tables. A guy in a coat and hat leans over to take his shot. He's way ahead of his opponent. The table is clear of his balls, save with an 8-ball in a tricky position. Hey, here. Be with you in just a moment. The hit is fast, precise, and sends the black ball exactly where its player wanted it. His opponent lets out a frustrated sigh. That's that. I believe that's $150 American, Joey. Want to pay up now or up the stakes again? The disgruntled man accepts his defeat and pays up, and declares he's going to grab another beer. To the victor goes the spoils. Thank you kindly. He turns his full attention to you. The man is good looking, if somewhat gaunt and intense. His eyes especially seem to pierce right through you to your core, but not in an unpleasant way. Name's Torque. I believe you're M. Sophie Langley's new plaything. Is that right? Plaything? No, we're not lovers. Apologies then. With her, that's kind of the default, I hear. You hear about your curious partnership. Forgive my being real with you right off the bat, but I'd like to know who it is I'm dealing with. So here's something that I've been scratching my head about. If you're with Langley, Langley's Cam through and through, I'm told. What is it you've come to accomplish here tonight? Sophie Langley wants to meet with you. And that's why she didn't tell me. She said it has something to do with gathering allies against Boss Callahan. I'm here to arrange that meeting. The fuck? I knew nothing about this, T. They lied to me. Me is furious. She's looking at the pull queue as you is figuring out the best combination for the two. It's fine. I appreciate the honesty. Even if you weren't straight with my second in command. That I don't appreciate. Well, well, well. Ain't that an interesting proposition? You can't be seriously thinking about Minnie with Langley. She's hardline Cam. It's a trap. It must be. It just might be. It just might. He looks at you, pierces you with his unnaturally keen eyes. He's about to say something when a door opens at the back of the room. Hey, Torque, you, got a guest. They're in the back. Mia, won't you be a dear and keep our new friend company? I'll see what the commotion is. Sure thing. Torque tips his hat to you and walks to the back, and the man who called for him. Mia glowers at you, this time weighing one of the pool balls in her hand. It looks like she is half a mind to chuck it at your face. You gotta be quite happy with yourself, bluffing your way in here. I wish I did this differently, but it is what it is. I'm not proud of myself. You shouldn't be. You made me look like a chump in front of Torque. I was beginning to think you might be a good addition to our little family. There's a whole lot of trust you have to regain before that happens now. Torque appears from the door at the back and calls across the room. Yo, Mia! I grab you for a second. Em, get over here too. Go to the back room. It's basically a storage area with a single wooden desk. It's pretty cramped, especially considering there's 5 other people in there with you. Torque ushers you in and closes the door behind you and Mia. 2 burly dudes are holding somebody down. A familiar voice reaches your ears. Motherfuckers, you're gonna pay for this, you hear me? Boss is gonna fuck you up so bad you have no idea. Have you had the doubtful pleasure of meeting Mr. Centauri before, Em? You can say that. You're fucked! You're so fucked you don't even know it! You stupid piece of shit! I should have ended you yesterday. The boss told you to stay away. You should have listened. That's a story and a half, ain't it? Vince, calm down now and tell me how many of your guys are still on my turf. Go fuck yourself. You're done. The boss will know the stupid piece of shit Fletcher came here. He knows they're with Langley. You know what that means, Torque? No, I don't. What does it mean, Vince? Now the boss can wipe you out. You just say you're sucking Langley's tits. All those buddies of yours, gone. You're done, Torque. Well, now, if that's the case, I guess raiding New York City of your toady ass won't make things any worse, will it? Actually, there's an idea. Vince mentioned that he beat you up yesterday. Did I hear that right, Em? Want to repay the favor? Gladly. Go right ahead. You hit Vince. Once, twice. He's chuckling in the beginning, but you focus your blood for some extra oomph and keep hitting him. Again, more, until he stops laughing. He's bruised, battered, and broken. 2 anarch dudes let go of him and you kick him some more while he's on the floor. You only stop when you hear Torque's voice. Enough's enough, Em. He takes an old puke and breaks it over his knee. Stake him and take him downstairs. Let's keep Callahan guessing about what happened to his favorite puppy. He takes a sharp piece of wood and jams it into Vince's chest. His features glow slack, his entire body inert. Doesn't even give out a yelp. The other 2 anarchs take him out of the room. As entertaining as that was, I think Vince, in his unmatched wisdom, shed more than Callahan would hope for. This changes things. Ever heard about Operation Lights Out? It was a second inclination effort here in New York City. A single net of raids at a magnitude never seen before or since. The Ivory Tower got away with just a few losses here and there. No major players were hit. Managed to find safe spots as they're out of the eye of the shitstorm. Us, though, we got hit hard. All over town. Havens like were rooted out, entire code and safe house is gone. Just like that. Nobody saw coming. I barely got out in one piece. Neil looks at him with concern and puts a hand on his arm. He shrugs it off, gently but surely. Others, like my child Bob, or Mia's sire, extinguished. But you know, who got out without a scratch? Callahan. We've thought about it for the past few years. How was it that Big B managed to excuse himself from Staten Island Museum where we used to meet, just before vans full of guys in body armor showed up? As my baby is burning up after being shot with incendiary rounds, I also see Doug Callahan running with his tail between his legs, pushing Fletcher to the side like he was in the path of the SI. We think the bastard knew what was coming. He set us up. Not just us. Some of our brothers and sisters who got hit, and some of the lowest profiles in the city's lift population. The moral of the story: Callahan is an opportunistic motherfucker, and if he even thinks, well, even his thickest followers suggest he's going to sell me out, then that's what he's going to do, as sure as the sun rises. Pause for a moment and you see him reach a decision. You said something about Langley having an offer for me. It might be a fault in part that I'm at this juncture, and now is going to be a good time to listen to what she has to say. I don't think that's wise, T. Well, what would you have me do then? You said it yourself. It's all this Fledgling's fault. You brought this on us, so let's use them as a bargaining chip. Callahan wants them, Langley needs them. They're valuable. No, you're wrong. Just a pawn. That's why Sophie sent me. Plausibility, deniability, and all that. I'm expendable. The realization that you just summed the entirety of the last 2 weeks or so hits you hard. But if there was a moment to be honest with yourself, it's now. Fuck! The man puts his hand on your shoulder. She calms down a bit. We're afraid, Em. But then, what else is new? It's a paradox, being who you are. The hunter one night, the hunted another. Master of the night, slaves to dawn. A duality. Mia, I understand your concern. I need you to trust like you did before. This is my call and my responsibility. You can give me shit about it later, like I'm sure you will. Count on it. He smiles and takes a no bullshit look and points at you. 3 conditions. First, you come pick me up, personally, and bring me to the meeting spot. Anything goes sideways, it's your ass. Second, Mia's coming with me. No 2 ways about it. 8 eyeballs in the meeting. 2 of you, the 2 of us, nobody else. And the third, the meeting is in public. Downtown, some spot frequented by mortals. You see you take us anywhere fishy, we check out and fuck you up as a messenger to Langley. We count on it not coming to that, though. You seem likable enough. Cam hasn't gotten his talons in you yet. Keep it up and maybe you'll come to the same conclusion we did in your own time. I'll make sure to repeat your conditions to Sophie. You do that. Best be on your way. Ask for me here when you need me. The bartender knows how to get in touch. Let's ask him to put the owner on the line. Mia walks you to the door and accompanies to your car. Listen, about what I said before. Yeah, what about it? I panicked. That's all it was. It's unfair what I said. If anything, it's my fault. I'm angry with myself, and that makes me angry with you. Forget it. See ya. Just walking back to the bar to start the engine and head back to Sophie's apartment. Time to give Sophie the good news. She welcomes you as openly as ever. Clearly excited to see you for what news you might bring. Good evening, Em. How is your task going? You have something for me, perhaps. I did what you asked. The meeting is set up. I suggest we take advantage of it quickly, though. There's gonna be trouble. Trouble? What trouble? During my meeting with Torque, the same guy who beat me up yesterday, Vince, showed up. He's Callahan's goon. I have to assume he knows that I met Torque. Well, that just means we have to bring the plan to a close. Thanks to your good timing, we're just a day away from that. Well, let's hear it. What did Torque agree to? Relay the Anarch leader's conditions. You are to pick him and Mia up. The meeting should only take the 4 of you, and it should be held in a public space. Those are all fair enough, although I do worry about that Mia character. Tell me, do you think she's trustworthy? I met some Anarchs over the past few nights. She was one of the more agreeable ones. She's fine, I guess. I see. Very well. As for the place, I wonder if they would agree to meet in Hudson Yard, the vessel. Plenty of tourists visit that place, but if we go there after midnight, she seems to have made up her mind. Yes, bring them there tomorrow night. Look for me near the top level. Tomorrow already? I don't think they're expecting me back so soon. Yes, tomorrow, for reasons that shall be made obvious when we talk. Pick them up at midnight and drive back to Midtown. That's the plan. I'll be waiting as long as it takes. Within reason. I'm counting on you, M. The final puzzle is about to find its way into its destination. After that, we will get all our reward. You, me, the Camarilla, even the Anarchs. I could kiss you. Yes, you'd like that. You desire it. She must have caught it in your expression. She smiles. A figure of speech, darling. Or at least it is tonight. But a few nights from now, who knows? I'm growing fond of you. And success whets my appetites for these kinds of things. Sexual tension in the room becomes unbearable until the ceiling disappears. Was this another one of Sophie's tricks, or an actual spark of arousal in both of your undead bodies? You certainly felt the blood flow through you for a short moment. The warmth in your groin takes you by surprise. You didn't think you could do that anymore, or did you just imagine it? Use the rest of this night well, M, and rest. You have about a day of sleep away from shaking the city awake. Alright. I'm actually going to end it right here this time, only because I have an appointment to keep, so I'm going to have to sort of consider this the end of my session with this game. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy this, be sure to remember to like and subscribe. Ring that bell icon. I'll leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if I took too long to end Vince's existence with a stake to the heart. Should I just jump right into it, or did the beating up first really do it for you? All right, that's it. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.